Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. My name is Dr. Rhonda Rogers, and I would like to tell you a little bit about some stress management tools that we've been using both personally and with clients that seem to be getting some pretty good results. And if you are new to stress management, maybe you've tried some different techniques and they just don't seem to be working. And perhaps you're a little frustrated. I know I was when I was first looking for some way to manage my stress and my emotions. And no matter what I did, it really was short lived, didn't seem to work for very long. And I was back in whatever situation I found myself in, like poor behavior, or trying to get over some type of reaction to certain circumstances. And I just couldn't find a way past it. And what I didn't know at the time was that I was trying to think my way into serenity. Because that's what we're taught in the West. We're taught that, anything can be solved by just thinking about it long and hard. Well, it turns out that that's actually not so in the case of the stress response. And the stress response is what the body does when it senses a threat. So it mobilizes for action. So let's say that I would like to think about how to lower my stress response. And the more that I sense a threat, the circuits in my brain that deal with threat activate. It turns out that when these parts of the brain, namely the amygdala, are activated, the more that we use that circuit, the more prevalent it becomes. Okay, so we practice stressing out, we get more stressed out, but that's only half the story. When we're working from these threat circuits, it actually is bypassing the calm, rational thinking circuits in our brain, like the frontal cortex. So, what do we do? Well, we have to learn to balance our nervous system. You may know that already. You know that when you're stressed out, you feel really anxious, or maybe really the opposite of anxious, just listless or drained. And these are two extremes that our nervous systems go through when we're experiencing stress. You may have heard of fight or flight or freeze. And when we're in these types of activated states, we're not thinking clearly. So, thinking is actually the last thing that we need to do. What we need to do is practice tools to balance our nervous system. And what I will share with you in subsequent videos is some of the tools that we've been working with in a program that we term mental and emotional self management. And the mental part is, well, we just learn that we're not thinking clearly when we're super stressed out. So we have to learn how to first access those thinking parts of the brain. And to do so, we have to balance our nervous system through emotional self management. With practice, we can get to those mental parts as well. And then we can begin to heal. We can spend more time in those circuits of our brain that are calm and rational and dedicated for planning. We can find a better way to live, but it takes practice. So, thank you for coming to the Way of Wellbeing website. And I invite you to click on the tools for both heat of the moment stressors and calmer periods of the day. And these two toolkits are what you can use to balance your nervous system and rejuvenate your brain and your body so that you can return to the calm, rational parts of your life.